Hi, I'm Paddy from Roomy. In this video, I'm going to show you how to draw your first fields in and get you all the way to actually setting up an animal group and then moving that animal group around the fields. So let's get started. In the home screen, you'll see this plus button here. So if you click add a field, then we can actually give it a name. So we'll say pasture 1, and it's going to be a grass field. We can then also select what sward type we've got here. So in this case, let's go ryegrass and clover, and take the pencil tool, and you can zoom in a bit so you've got a good visibility of the field you want to draw. And also do take a bit of time with this because, the more accurate your boundaries, the better the cover readings you're going to get. And hopefully you shouldn't have to draw your fields or redraw your fields too many times. So I'm happy with that. Let's hit save. Move myself out of the way. And then Roomy automatically asks you if you'd like to draw in the next field. So let's go ahead and get the next one put in. You can also see I've got a cover reading already there, which is quite nice. So it updates immediately. This one, we'll call it pasture 2, you guessed it. And this time we'll say it's a herbal ley. Take the pencil tool, draw in your field boundaries again. Again, you might want to take a little bit more time than I am to do this so that you've got a nice clear boundary. And then we will hit save. And I'm going to just draw in a couple more fields as well so that we can, of course, we're going to rotate the animals around multiple paddocks. So let's give ourselves a couple to get started. And this field we'll call it pasture 3. It's still grass. And this will go ryegrass and clover. So move the screen across a bit, pick the pencil tool, and then drop in your fence posts. We'll leave this track clear. There we have it, and save. And I'm going to add in one more field. I'm going to call this, we're going to go for an arable field. Now, Roomy lets you draw in arable fields so that you can quantify the crop you're growing as feed. So it's still for livestock purposes. So in this case, we'll go for wheat, and we'll drop in our fence posts. Now, we don't actually give satellite cover readings of arable fields. That's something you can add in through the yield feature, which we'll cover in later video tutorials. And then, just click save. And then we don't want to add any more fields in for the moment, so I'll close that. So we can now see we've got 3 fields drawn in and an arable field. So the next thing we need to do is create an animal group so that we can then apply that to those fields. So we'll go to the plus button again, and this time it's add animal group. And I'm going to call this cow group 1. You can call it whatever you want. And what's nice about Roomy is that actually you can add multiple stock classes, but for each stock class, we'll give you a little crib sheet. So if you're not sure what the demand should be for your stock class, we can give you some tips and tricks. You can overwrite these as well if you want. So in this case, I'm actually going for growing cattle, and I'm going to go for a 3% daily live weight gain body mass, which helps me a bit. And then I'm going to go 650 average body weight. I've got 50 animals in my group, and then it should have updated my demand. What's going on here? So I click on that again. There, now you can see it, 19.5 kilograms dry matter per hectare per day. And 19.5 kilograms of dry matter per day. And we save that. We can now see we've got an animal group, but that no fields have been assigned yet. So if we click the assign field, I'm going to click on pasture field, move myself out of the way. I'm going to click on pasture 1 and assign it. And we can now see that in this animal group, that field is assigned. And also, there's another way to assign a field. If you click on a field directly, you can then say, we'd like this field to be assigned also to cow group 1. and you can see the sward type. We'll go into grazing days ahead available drive matter in the next videos. For now, just to get set up. So the cow group 1 has an orange colour assigned to it. So the fields with an orange boundary, you can see, have been assigned to that animal rotation. This field, pasture 3, has no colour boundary at the moment, which means it's assigned to silage, or it's not assigned to an animal group. And so for this purpose, we'll just go ahead and assign that to cow group 1 as well. So if we go back, we can see our farm. We've got cow group 1. We've got no fields assigned to silage. We've got one arable field. The thing is, we still don't know which field the animals are in. So assuming that cow group 1 are going to rotate around these 3 fields, we need to tell Rumi which field the animals are grazing in at the moment. And that will really help you going forwards to manage your field on time and keep track of where animal groups are, where they've been, really useful things like that. So at the moment, I want to say that the animals are in pasture 2. So if I click on that, there's a big button here that says move animals here. So I'll click on that, and then a little pointer comes up that says they're there. It's really easy to move animal groups between fields. You can simply drag and drop the icon to another field. And if you want to update your covers at the same time, then you can do that. But simply, okay, that wasn't successful. So let's try it again. So we move it to there, and we're not going to update the biomass right now. And you can see that the animal group's moved in. Also, if I want to move, there's another way to move the animal groups. You click on this field and click move animals here. Then we're not going to update the biomass right now, but the animals have then been moved to that field. So that's just a very simple way to show you how to create your fields, set up an animal group, and put the animals in a field and then move them around. Once you've got your whole farm set up, it'll be looking a lot more sophisticated. So potentially something more like this. You might have several animal groups and you'll have a lot more fields. So you can actually see exactly what's going on and where. All right, thanks.